Phil Maton potentially is out for the season. The Phil Maton experiment can potentially be over for the Cubs for the rest of this season. And with how bad he performed this season, he could possibly not be returning to the Cubs next year. Possibly. Highly doubt that's a thing, but it is something to really think about. Phil Maton was diagnosed with a partially torn patellar tendon, first reported by Megan Montemuro. Sorry if I botch her last name, but she first reported it on X on Twitter. So, guys, let's just get right into it. First, we're going to look at what Phil Maton has done in the 2026 season, which hasn't been much, only in 31 games. Has an 0-1 record with a 6.18 ERA. He was absolutely getting clobbered. 27.2 innings pitched and 31 strikeouts out of 16 walks allowed. And also, as well, if you guys are still here with me, make sure you share and subscribe. We are on the road to 1.4K followers. All we need left is 68 more followers to reach that goal. So make sure you subscribe to Just Another Year Chicago Cubs. Next, here it is with Phil Maton's contract. This is what I think the problem lies with the Cubs. He is on a 2-year guaranteed $14.5 million contract. He gets 2026 this season, $5.5 million. The next season in 2027, he will get $6 million, period. The incentives was for him to have played or pitched appeared in 40 to 50 games. Gives him an extra bonus on top of his contract, $125,000, and then he has the club option for 2028 if the Cubs actually do pick it up for $8.5 million, but I don't see the Cubs picking it up. And the reason why is just because Phil Maton looks worse after this injury. And I'm not saying just because he got it, like, he pitched, got injured and everything, he looks worse. I'm saying it does not help his cause. It just makes everything worse with him not performing at the beginning of the season. Phil Maton did not have a good season. Now the injury makes it look worse. Like I said, Maton signed a 2-year, $14.5 million deal over the winter with the Cubs, which Maton was actually pretty good. He had an ERA in the 3s before joining the Cubs, and he was one of the best setup mans in the league. I wouldn't say one of the best, but he was definitely a solid setup man in the league for the Cubs. But this season, it just did not work. As we go back to look at his ERA, it was a 6.18. With that 6.18, what it did for him was strikeout rate dropped about 10%, and his walk rate jumped to a career high 11.8, which is absolutely terrible. Phil Maton, just to me, I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Phil Maton before he joined the Cubs, but he just did not look confident. Didn't look like he was confident in his stuff this season at all. When you go out there, he was just all over the place. Didn't have much command at all, and just looked bad. And it was surprising that the Cubs did give Phil Maton this contract during the offseason, just because, or during the winter, I would say, just because they haven't signed a free agent reliever since Craig Counsell in 2019. And remember that guy? In 2019, they gave him $43 million, So it's very surprising to see the Cubs take a chance on Phil Maton. But definitely, like, he is a Cub. I hope he does get better. I hope he does eventually improve. But this just sucks just because it's another added injury for the Cubs this year for the bullpen, just for pitching, what they have been dealing with all season. And it's not good looks for Phil Maton, just because, like, he didn't pitch well this season. Then he gets hurt. He's potentially out for this season. We don't have official news of that yet, but it could be a possible thing. And then looking back at this contract, it just doesn't sit well with the Cubs, especially with the player that's not performing. You're paying him $14.5 million for 2 years. That money definitely could be used elsewhere. Highly unlikely. Like I said at the beginning of the video, he possibly could not be playing with the Cubs. I don't see the Cubs just getting rid of him and eating that money that they have guaranteed him, but it's a possible chance just because this injury, don't know how long it will recover. The recovery time takes. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to put a specific timetable on it, but it's just something that it's distasteful. That's the perfect word for it. It's distasteful. Phil Maton didn't have a good season, but I definitely hope he has a speedy recovery and he recovers well soon. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys want to stay up to everything from just another year Chicago Cubs, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and also as well, make sure you fly that W and go Cubs go.